What is up, YouTube? I hope all of you are doing well today. My name is Justin, and today we're going to focus on the front squat into push press, one of the great kinetic chain connectivity exercises that can utilize and be utilized for force production, for explosiveness, for upper body, lower body mobility, and for general explosiveness and force output for your lifter. And if you want to incorporate this into a strength and conditioning environment, it'll make your athletes more athletic. The push is great for upper and lower body. If, on its own, squeezing the bar at the top, activating the muscles of the upper body, helps you get used to incorporating heavier weight at the top for Olympic lifts, and helps you get ready for lifts that use similar mechanics to the push press. In conjunction or combined with the front squat is great at lower body mobility, strength, flexibility, eccentric and concentric power, force output, vertical power output, you name it. The front squat is great. In conjunction with all of these, you're going to work the kinetic chain, you're going to work a closed circuit chain, and you're going to be able to generate controlled and explosive force. Now let's look at the components of this workout. To begin, we want to focus on the push press. It works on strength and flexibility of the front and rear delts, quads, glutes, hip adductors, erecti spinae, traps, triceps, and transverse abdominis. The push press component works on harder and longer leg drive in conjunction with the upper body mechanics. And in conjunction, you're getting a lot of load in the eccentric phase, so it'll help generate force output. And in combined with the front squat, it's great for kinetic chain activity, works on strength, balance, and stability, works on explosive force and vertical power output for various lifts, and for utilization in different sports, works on the pressing ability for lifts, can be utilized for getting an athlete ready for cleans and jerks, works on, upper body flexibility, mobility, and strength. On its own, it could also work the lower body. And it also works central strength endurance. Now, let's look at the front squat component. When you're loading into that squat, it works on the eccentric and the concentric / extension flexion phases. So you're going to focus on hip and knee flexion. You're going to focus on hip drive. You're going to utilize the strength shortening cycle because you're working the eccentric, the amortization, and the concentric phase. You're working on the rate of force development and explosive force in your legs because you're loading that eccentric and jumping up into the concentric with the push press. Imagine that spring mechanic. Imagine yourself as a spring when you were doing this lift. It's great for strength stabilization and balance in the lower body, and it's also great for concentric loads. And once again, just like the push press, if it's on its own and combined with the front squat, great for explosiveness and vertical power output in order to bring the bar upwards. In order to perform the front squat into the push press, place that barbell on the front of your shoulders, grip or place the fingertips just outside the shoulder, and drive those elbows up. You're going to see me a couple times in the video. My elbows kind of go down along with my chest and my upper body. You want to keep your chest up. You want to keep your core tight, back straight, elbows up when you are doing the lift. You want to hinge your hips, bend the knees, and keep the core tight at the same time when you're descending. When you're descending, keep that core tight and have the hips drop below your knees. From there, bring yourself up and continue to brace that trunk, continue to keep that chest up, and then from there, use your hips and use your legs to drive the bar up into that overhead position. Key thing, focus on that hip drive to bring that bar up into the overhead position. Once you're in that overhead position, once you're bringing yourself up, once you're in the loading phase and then you're using your legs to do the push aspect of the push press, then you press with your upper body and your arms. Keep those arms straight. Don't bend the elbows. Have the bar vertically up, straight up. You want to bend your head forward a little bit and have the bar over the base of your spine. Up there, keep your legs tight with your knees straight in the lower body. Hold it for a moment just to get that nice concentric squeeze at the top, and then bring the bar bound to the upper body to repeat the exercise. Some common errors, and you're going to see this in the video. I alluded to it earlier. I cave a little bit. My chest, my upper back, my elbows drop at certain points. That is a sign of poor upper body mobility. You want to work on keeping that tight at all times. Keep those elbows up. Keep that chest up. Keep your back straight. Keep your core tight. Another thing that's a problem is with all kinds of squats, your knees caving in. That could be due to an improper stance. That could be due to you not hinging at the hips, not keeping your core tight. It could also mean your feet placement. You want to keep your feet kind of placed, your toes out just a little bit, not too far to make yourself look ridiculous, and not too in to put your knees at risk of caving in. So when you are bringing yourself down, keep the upper body and the lower body tight. Focus on that glute squeeze just so your knees do not cave in. Your knees caving in can lead to a risk in ACL injuries because, let's be real, a lot of ACL injuries happen when your knee goes in. It goes in an unnatural position. And Lord knows you do not want to have a busted knee doing this. On top of that, you'll see me in a video doing it. Overextending at the bar. Not keeping that chest up when I do the press. And some things to note for that. Don't overextend at the top. Keep it over the base of your spine. And squeeze at the top to really feel that concentric pressing motion. And another thing, I alluded to it earlier. Always remember with the push press. Push with your legs, press with your arms. Another thing, and I think I do this in this video, I go down into the front squat and then I bring myself up and then slowly press it up. Don't do that. There's another exercise called the front squat into the overhead press. That's going to work on controlling the concentric and eccentric. It's not going to be as explosive of an exercise. So that's more of a hypertrophic-based workout. We're not looking for hypertrophy in this workout. We're looking for strength. We're looking for force output. And we're looking for explosive strength. And we're wanting to utilize that explosive force repeatedly in this exercise. So another video will discuss the front squat into the overhead press. But for now, focus on explosive movement with your hips to bring that bar up, to push that bar up. Now, common rep schemes. You could do between 2 to 3 sets, 3 to 4 sets if you're feeling a little frisky. Generally, you want to keep around, let's say, 4 to 6 reps because you're in that fine line between hypertrophy and strength. This is a great exercise to help athletes develop their force output, their explosive force, their push capabilities. It could be utilized for the split and the jerk. And if you want to focus more on strength, lower the reps. If you want to focus more on hypertrophy, up the reps. For strength, keep it around 2 to 3 reps. For hypertrophy, 6 to 8 reps. And that is all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. And yeah, it's time for me to sign off.